Well, hey team, it's Matt here. I just wanted to briefly talk to you about, present an idea to you, I guess, about what CSM could possibly look like when we kick off, hopefully next Wednesday. That's the goal. As we talked about last week, Thursday at our meeting, we talked about trying to kick off as normal as possible and go back to as normal as possible, but realizing that underneath the recommendations of our health team, and based upon how Sunday mornings look here at Cornerstone, we need to take some precautions and possibly try some new approaches. And so I took a stab at it today, and here's what I came up with. You can see in front of you there's a schedule with the times overnight from 6 pre-service time to 8:30. The end of our program time, of course, usually students hang out after that, which is kind of a whole nother animal anyway. But you can see that whole time span. And then what I've done is I've broken down 7th and ninth grade, 10th through 12th in yellow, 7th and ninth in orange, and then when you see red, yellow and orange makes red. Okay, I was an elementary school teacher, so there you go. Anyway, here was one stab at it, and I really would love your feedback on this idea, and we can go from there. But here was an idea. Between 6:30, like normal, we'd have our serving teams arrive at these particular times. But at 6:30, instead of just having hangout time, we'd program it right away, and we would split our group in two. We'd split them 7th and ninth grade and 10th through 12th. Our 7th and ninth graders would enter in the education center as normal and come right to the multi-purpose room, and where we'd have large group game time. The room would basically, there'd be no chairs down, and we'd have large group game time, allowing less kids in that big space spreading out and being able to do a game. At that same time, we could have our 10th through 12th graders enter in the main building and hang out in the lobby in the cafe, as long as I would get approval for them to sit down at chairs and tables. And also to have table games. Andy thought that might be a possibility. You just got to talk to the health team, and just have some protocol there with sanitizing and wiping, pool sticks down or whatever. They could hang out for 20 minutes and eat snacks and just chill. And then at 6:50, we could do a switch, and they would just do the opposite thing that they hadn't done before. And then at 7:10, we'd bring everybody together in the multi-purpose room, have them take a break, go to the restroom, whatever. And when they come in, my idea is this: instead of having rows of chairs and having them try to space out that way, I guess my idea is to have the stacks of chairs along the wall and tell each student grab a chair and space out in the multi-purpose room. And don't sit next to anybody, as weird as that is, but perhaps just space out. And we do our announcements, our worship upfront game, testimony, whatever is on tap for that night. And then, of course, roll right into the message, so that works nicely. And then, at almost normal from there, we could get into our discussion groups after the message, and figure out how to best space this out that way. I don't have that all figured out, but assuming we use classrooms, multi-purpose room, that kind of thing, and then come back to the multi-purpose room to their chair and pray and dismiss. And I guess we kind of talk about what we would allow kids to do post service, because I'd hate to just say, okay, leave, get out of here, because that community time is so huge. But anyways, idea here, and looking for your feedback. Please share in the message thread. Thank you so much, team. I'll look forward to hearing back from you. Bye-bye.